Welcome to our series on getting into graduate school, where we will be exploring the process of preparing for and applying to graduate programs in psychology. Today we will be giving you a short tour of the graduate school application process. This timeline is far from comprehensive, so be sure to talk to your advisor before starting your applications. As always, please feel free to pause the video and take notes as we go along. Before we start, you should consider viewing parts 1 and 2 in this series. Graduate school may not be right for everyone. Additionally, the type of degree you want will depend on your desired career. Before we get started, here are a number of things that will be needed for graduate school applications. The requirements will vary from program to program. The following are typical for the average graduate program. Programs will typically look for students that have kept a college GPA of 3.0 or higher, though some programs have more rigorous standards. Graduate colleges also require your undergraduate transcripts and a copy of your GRE scores. The GRE is a standardized test that is analogous to the ACT or the SATs, but designed for graduate school. You will also need a CV, which is a sort of academic transcript and a personal statement, an essay describing your professional journey thus far. Finally, you will need strong letters of recommendation from people with whom you've worked closely. Typically, these are supervisors or professors. For more information on the GRE, CV, personal statement, and letters of recommendation, check out our later videos in this series. Many undergraduates are surprised to find that the graduate school application process can start as early as a year and a half before their desired entry. For example, if you wanted to start graduate school in the fall of 2021, you might need to start preparing as early as the spring of 2020. This is because many applications are due the winter before the first semester. In late spring, you should consider your interests and goals. What is your desired career? And what kind of degree do you need? You should also be registering for the Graduate Records Examination, the GRE, which will take place in the summer. Finally, you should begin making a list of potential schools. We like to make 2 general recommendations. Find around 20 potential schools. We will narrow this list later. And use the shotgun approach. Choose 1/3 dream schools that are difficult to get into, 1/3 schools that are good bets, and 1/3 schools that are still desirable but are safe bets. Don't make the mistake of only applying to Ivy League programs. When summer begins, you should study for and complete the GREs. Make sure to take them early enough that you can retake them later in the summer if needed. You should also be narrowing down your list of schools to a final list of about 10 programs. Finally, you should have a first draft of your personal statement and your curriculum vitae, your CV, by the end of the summer. Send these out to others to get feedback for your rewrite. In the fall, you should be finalizing your personal statements and CV. You should also request your letters of recommendation at this point. Be sure to give your letter writers enough time. Application due dates will start at the beginning of winter. Again, these vary from program to program, but typically doctoral programs have application due dates from November to January, while master's programs have later dates, starting in December and ending as late as early March. Graduate programs usually follow an unofficial rule of sending out admissions decisions by April 15th. In other words, you may not find out if you've been accepted into a graduate program until about a year after the application process began. That concludes part 3 of our series on graduate school. Be sure to check out our other videos that discuss the personal statement, the GREs, and other graduate school requirements. Check out the description box below for additional information, links, and materials.